me to once again be with the Astana Toastmaster Club. It's a wonderful club. I have met many of the members already. I'm absolutely sure since I met you almost a year ago, there are new members. I welcome them. And as like in Tashkent, I'm sure in Nur Sultan, Astana, you also have quarantine and lockdown. So it's wonderful time during weekend to keep yourself busy watching a wonderful movie. Otherwise, you will get bored. And sometimes you can feel depressed. What to do if we don't have something nice in our life? Uh, I have a lot of friends. I made them actually over my 6.5 years in Central Asia as ambassador, as you said, to Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyz Republic, also Afghanistan. Some of them wrote to me, Masood, have you seen this movie? It just came out. One of them is in Kyrgyz Republic. He said in 2019, Parasite, a movie called Parasite, it got 4 Oscar awards. He said, you will love it. I promised him that this weekend, maybe tonight, I will see Parasite and then exchange my views on this movie with him. Again, my secretary came to me, said, should I send you a few links so that you can enjoy, the time? I said, why? He said, I saw a movie recently, which is absolutely like the time we are passing through. I said, what's the name? She said, Contagion of 2011. So you see, already many of the directors and filmmakers, they were thinking then someday there might be a pandemic which can threaten the whole world. They started thinking even in 2011. So that made me actually amazed about their farsightedness. Quarantine shouldn't be able to, make us totally depressed and bored. And that's why I love the title when president of today's meeting, Mr. Samath, told me that let's do something on movie time. I just said, wonderful. I love movie from when I was a young person. And generally as an ambassador, I don't have time. But this forced holiday, quarantine, quote unquote, has given me some opportunity to see a number of films. And I have decided, besides reading books and praying to Almighty Allah, I will go at least once a week for one movie. And I will suggest many of you, whatever is at the age, you should also consider, because some of the good movies give you ideas, new thoughts, as well as information. And if you are romantic or love horror movie or war movies, they have their own dimension. So there is no fixed time called movie time according to the person. He or she can fix the time and enjoy watching a movie. I always watch movie nowadays after I became ambassador to relax, because in our life you have very little time when you are not occupied, even before and after office, because an ambassador has many things to answer to at a moment's notice. It can be a VIP visit, it can be somebody in problem, it can be the host country inviting you to a program or a meeting at moment's notice, and you have to go and attend. So it's fantastic, and I love the title Movie Time. I have seen in movies, there are movies that you see. If you go through some of the famous movies, you will see, modern ones, that even the main characters, they also find some time to watch a documentary or a movie. By the by, I forgot to tell you, my daughter-in-law is a documentary filmmaker. My own daughter-in-law, she is from Uzbekistan. My son met her after I came here, and she is now based in the Netherlands and making short films. and sometimes she shares it with us. Movie time, and that's why I know that beautiful movie time or special movie time you can't have. It's when you decide to see a movie, that's the movie time. And when she visits me once a year, should I bring a new movie? I said, I'm busy today. She said, no, let's make all a timing when we will sit together. It will be then a family get together. So you can see, just to have a family get together, maybe after dinner, maybe at 9, from 9 to 11, before you fall asleep, it can be a movie time. Movie time can be when you invite friends. I used to do it in other countries. When I want to communicate or convey a message on a particular topic, it doesn't have to be a romantic film. It can be on an issue of international affairs. I used to show, as part of the get together, a short movie. And that's why I always try to keep one of the projectors handy and a big screen, even at my residence. So I'm just telling you, there is no special time for movie time. But if you ask me, during this post-holiday time, isn't there a special movie time? I will say it is also anytime you decide, but the whole time can be a movie time, because you should get prepared. This is a small message from me to the younger generation, to cope with the outcome of the quarantine and the new reality, because there will be new rules, there will be new way of life and lifestyle after we finish this quarantine time or lockdown. We come over this lockdown period. It's a big challenge to the human civilization, and we have to love each other and help each other and support each other, and always pray to our Creator that we have a better time afterwards. But we don't know what's going to happen in the coming days and how we will face it. That's why unity is needed, understanding is needed, and affection for each other is needed very much. Finally, what I want to tell about movies, uh, from when movie was being made, which came, you all know, from Europe, one of the thing was, of course, to earn some profit. But another thing was to give people good quality entertainment. And finally, with time, they started giving serious new ideas. So don't underestimate movie just as entertainment today. Start thinking that movie can be a great way to let you or encourage you think differently. And I also invite members of Toastmaster to learn, while they are learning how to speak and debate and criticize many issues, also to enjoy and debate on well-made movies. By the by, when I was in London, as in my first posting as a new diplomat, I made sure I became a member of the British Film Institute, which invites you to their film festival, and sometimes you learn how to be a good film critic. And what happened, you know, I was once invited with one of the famous film critic, British film critic, who, she's a lady who writes on the Guardian newspaper, with her to say few words on films made in Bangladesh. You don't know, I'm sure, because we are not born. In 1973, one of our film star, Bobita, she got the Tashkent Film Festival Best Actress Award, 1973, within the first 2 years of our independence. So you can easily understand, film can even promote the culture, not only of your country, but promote the image of your country in a big way. And for image promotion, we can use movie time. I will not say any more. I will request you to make questions, whatever comes to your mind on today's topic. movie time during quarantine period. And I wish once again all of you safe health by staying, maintaining a self help and safety of yourself by staying inside your home. Stay home, be safe. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mosud Mannan, for an interesting and quite thoughtful speech and for taking your time for joining us today. Dear guests, you have a chance to ask Mr. Ambassador to some questions. So we have quite short time for this. Is anybody have questions? Please feel free to ask. I have a question. Uh, what was your last movie that you watched and with whom you have watched it? Please tell us.
Thank you very much. This is a very new documentary film. I saw it on Al Jazeera TV. It was a serial of several sequels, and it was on slavery. Slavery, slave trade in from Africa mainly. Slaves, how they went to America, both America, first to the Caribbeans and mainland America, North America, then to South America, and what happened, and what is, the impact of previous impact and current day till today on the mentality of the people. Still today, there is no more slavery in the US, but how indirectly attitude towards slavery of some people haven't changed. Maybe they exploit people. So based on slavery, there was a documentary. I saw it very recently. Actually, last time I saw it, the last sequel, last week on Al Jazeera TV, along with my wife, Professor Dr. Nuzatamin Mannan. She is very, very much interested in issues related to human life. So you understand, I will not say enjoyed, we watched and debated on the issue of slavery.
Okay, thank you. Quite an interesting movie that I definitely will watch in the future. And we have a question from Muhammad, please. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ambassador. I'm actually from Afghanistan. As you said, we also watch a lot of movies, and you also watched. I had a question in my mind that would like to ask you. Would you prefer more to watch Hollywood movies or Bollywood movies, and why?
Thank you. I don't vary between them too much. If it is a well-made, properly made movie with a theme, with some subject, since I'm elderly now, I'm happy. I like issue-based movie. Like I've just finished seeing so many sequels on slavery. Next, I'm going to see something on the Ottoman Empire, which is a history of the Turkey, previous history, past history. So you understand, I like history-based or issue-based or problem-based things. But among Bollywood, to relax, Bollywood, romantic movie, war movie, horror movie, if I see, I don't vary too much between them. Bollywood movie has more emphasis on dance and music, and maybe Hollywood has equal importance on war or something like that, romantic things. It's okay for me. Okay, I enjoy well-made, issue-based good movie. That's the main thing. I even love movies made in Central Asia. Some of the so very good. Soviet time, some of the movies were very good. Till today, Russia makes their own movies. There are French movies, German movies. I was ambassador to Germany, very high quality. In the past, I saw good movies made in Czech Republic when it was Czechoslovakia. So these are all good. There are Arabic movies also. I don't know whether you have seen Arabic movies. Those are also quite
But
good.
Arabic,
Made in
it's
Egypt.
very hard to understand your language, Arabic.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for asking and thank you for answering, Mr. Mosud. And we have last question from Asiya. So please, Asiya.
Hello everyone. Hello ATC Club. Today I left to run Toastmasters Club to join you. Thank you for invitation and special hello to Mr. Ambassador. I have one question. So usually every country has a movie that kind of film that can give an idea about its country. So, for example, when we ask, for example, Russians what film describes their culture the best, they can give like 3 or 5 best movies that depict the like regular Russians' daily life. So. And as an ambassador, perhaps you were asked many times, in your opinion, what are the films, the names of the films that you can recommend to get to know Bangladeshi culture, perhaps that were filmed in Bangla language? So that's the question.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This is my favorite question because from young age, I was with film movement, film society movement in Bangladesh. I showed other people films selected by me. So one of the best movie, not only based on culture or literature, on our history is Stop Genocide. Stop Genocide by Zahir Raihan. To, not to promote genocide, stop genocide. Second one will be Jibon, Theke, Neya. This is based on our historical language movement. Third will be very good, made by one person whom I knew, he is no more, Sareng. This is also very nicely done. Fourth one will be on our mystic life back in Bangladesh, Lal Shalu. This is made by my friend. It's also very, very good. Again, I go back to history. Another good film is Guerrilla. And now you will say you are only giving us 2 serious things. Yes, but I want to go back to the rural life of Bangladesh. Another one is Surjo Dighol Bari. Since you are recording, you will find all of these things. If you don't understand, Samat can write to me, I can write them and send them. Some of them have subtitle in English. The first one is made in English because it was made during our War of Liberation in 1971. It is easily available on YouTube, the first one, Stop Genocide. So, happy viewing, enjoy. Then you will know about Bangladesh.
I got them written down, thank you.
You are most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Asiya, for such an interesting question, and I hope our members will get to know more about Bangladesh after your answer, Mr. Mosud. And if is there any other questions? We have time to. If not, I want to say big thank you to Mr. Mosud for joining us, for taking your time in this quite not so busy time, but anyway, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you on our offline meeting here in Astana very soon. And thank you.